Greetings friends. In this video, I would like to share with you the information I have researched and found about the planet Venus, known as the Earth and the sister or twin. I am sure you will learn a lot about Venus by watching this video. Let's jump right into our video. Venus got its name from the ancient Roman goddess Venus, that is, from Aphrodite in ancient Greek mythology. Friends, the astronomical symbol of this planet is the same as the symbol of femininity. Venus is the hottest planet, although it is in second place in terms of distance from the Sun, because the atmosphere does not allow the incoming sun rays to get out. It is also known as Zur, Sol-Pan or shepherd star. Venus rotates on its axis in the opposite direction of all the other planets in the solar system. As I just said, it is known as a sister or twin planet with our world. The reason is that it is similar to our planet in terms of size. Because it is located close to the Sun in the sky and its orbit is closer to the Sun than that of the Earth, it is possible to see it from the Earth only before sunrise or after sunset. It also draws attention as the brightest object in the sky at known times. Venus, which has much higher elongations than Mercury in our previous video, can stay above the horizon for 4 hours after sunset or before sunrise. People can observe Venus more easily at these times. A curious question arises here, right? So, by whom and when was Venus first discovered? One day in 1610, while observing space with a simple telescope, Italian astronomer Galileo Galilei noticed that Venus had phases. In his later observations, Galilei, who saw that the apparent size of the planet changed in parallel with the changes in its phases, accepted these findings as strong indications that the planet revolves around the Sun. Thus, Galileo Galilei wrote his name in history, like the first person to discover Venus. Let me tell you a little bit about whether Venus has an atmosphere. In 1761, Russian astronomer Mikhail Vasilyevich Lomonosov noticed an irregularity on the planet's edge while observing the solar transit of Venus. And he suggested that this is an indication of the existence of an atmosphere. In 1793, German astronomer Johann Schröter observed the phase boiling, which later bears his name, and which was later understood to originate from the atmosphere of Venus. This event was when the thick and dense atmosphere illuminated by the sun's rays was added to the edge of Venus, making it appear to us in different positions. In 1932, American researchers observed this planet. American researchers Adams and Dunham learned by infrared spectroscopy that the main component of Venus' atmosphere is carbon dioxide. In later times, Rupert Wilde made many predictions about this planet. After it was learned that the rotation direction of Venus was reversed in 1956, thanks to the radar studies carried out in 1960, important information about the surface forms was obtained, friends, and let's find an answer to the question of whether there is life on this planet, which is one of the most curious questions after the atmosphere issue. On September 14, 2020, the Royal Astronomical Society announced that high amounts of phosphine were found on Venus. The presence of high levels of phosphine gas was identified in the official statement as a sign of life on Venus. However, based on these observations, I think that even if we could set foot on Venus, the high pressure here would not allow us to walk or stand. So, have any spacecraft ever been sent to explore this planet? To date, a total of 46 space missions have been undertaken to explore Venus. 40 of these missions were done directly for Venus. However, about 25 of the spacecraft sent were actually successful. Unsuccessful vehicles either failed to start at all or malfunctioned during the mission. Many missions on the surface of the atmosphere have been completed. However, the most successful of the missions planned to land on the planet's surface was the Venera 7 probe sent by the Soviet Union on August 17, 1970. On December 15, 1970, the probe, which became the first spacecraft to make a soft landing on another planet, began transmitting data from the moment it entered the atmosphere. And 20 minutes after landing on the ground, communication with the world was cut off. Venera 7 vehicles were able to run for a total of 53 minutes. However, in this short time, it became the first instrument to measure planetary temperature and atmospheric pressure from the planet's surface. Friends, the next big success was achieved with Venera 9 from the Venera series. This probe became the first spacecraft to send a photograph of the surface of another planet in 1975. Venera 13, on the other hand, received the title of spacecraft that sent the first sound recordings recorded on another planet. He also sent the first color images with Venera 14. With the Magellan mission launched by NASA on May 4, 1989, the Magellan spacecraft achieved great success by mapping the Venusian surface. Thanks to this spacecraft, 5 spherical images of Venus were taken. And thanks to these images, the first animation of Venus was released. Thanks to the vehicles sent by the European Space Agency and the Japanese Space Agency, a number of successes were achieved in the direction of learning the atmosphere of Venus. In our next video, I will be here with a nice video about Mars. For more, Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video, friends. I am waiting for your questions about Venus in the comments. See you in the new video.